and hummed above the stove. The summer heat was merciless, but somehow it felt kind. When you're too young to carry weight, you live inside the sunshine. Cotton fields and calico, barefoot on the pine. Lemonade and lightning bugs, and everything was fine. Daddy's laugh, the old screen door, the smell of after rain. Cotton fields and calico, Lord, I'd give anything to go back again. Dry and dusty lane. We'd wade the shallow creek till Mama called our names. Now Daddy's gone, the fields are sold, the house is someone's now. But on a summer evening I can hear him singing low somehow. You can't go back to cotton fields, no matter how you try. But standing at the edge of town, I watch the swallows fly. And for a breath, a single breath, I'm 7 years old again. And everything I ever lost is close enough to feel. Packed her bags in the middle of June, left before the harvest moon. Chevrolet humming down the lane, leaving me with dust and rain. Now every night I hear that sound of tires rolling out of town. And every mile she drove away took another piece of me. Tail lights on Highway 61 burned like fire when the night begun. Lord, I watched her disappear like smoke and whiskey in the rearview mirror. Now this town feels cold and still since she rolled beyond that hill. Tail lights on Highway 61 left me lonely as the setting sun. Sometimes love gets somewhere lost. There's a coffee ring burned on the passenger seat, and your perfume still lives in the velvet and heat. I drive the same road every lonesome weekend night, hoping the next curve will finally make things right. There's dust on the dashboard where your fingers used to trace, and I ain't washed the window where face. The radio plays sad songs like it knows the whole truth. There's dust on the dashboard, baby, and it all reminds me of you. I passed your mama's driveway. The lights were burning low. I slowed the truck down to a crawl, but I couldn't let it go. The creek where you first kissed me is running cold and gray. Funny how the water moves on, I still can't find my way. Some men drown in whiskey, some in work or open sky. I drown in every mile of road we put between goodbye. If forgetting is a highway, I've been driving circles, dear. Every destination leads me back to your memory here. There's dust on the dashboard, honey. Now, just can't wipe it clean. She was mixing paint samples on the counter every morning. The hardware store smelled of sawdust and of early autumn morning. Her daddy owned the place since 1944, and she knew every nail and bolt and what each hinge was for. I'd come in for fence wire and excuses every week. I built 3 different projects just to hear the way she'd speak. She'd say, now what are you fixin'? And I'd say, my lonely life. She'd laugh and I would hold that laugh straight through the lonely night. Ida Jean at the hardware store with sawdust in her hair, measuring me in inches while she didn't even care. I was building something each time I cross that floor. Ida Jean at the hardware store. I went for the nails and stayed for more. Come November, I ran out of projects and pride. I stood there at the counter, empty-handed, terrified. I said, Ida Jean, I got no fence to fix, no shelf to build. I just got an honest heart and a lifetime left unfilled. She set her pencil down real slow and smiled at the floor. She said, I've been pricing wedding rings in the catalog since July before. I drove us to the courthouse on a Wednesday afternoon. Bought her a ring from the glass case, she wore it to the moon. Ida Jean from the hardware store, she's sleeping down the hall, and I still got sawdust in my memory every time I recall. beneath the sycamore trees. Summer of 1964, when you first fell in love with me. I was 20 with a borrowed coat, working nights at the Texaco. You wore my jacket on your shoulders while the river rolled slow below. We'd sneak away after the picture show with a six-pack cold in the trunk. Radio playing out of Nashville while the dashboard lights softly glowed. Your feet up high on the windshield frame, hair tangled wild in the wind. You said someday we'll see California like this town could never hold us in. Rusty Ford by the riverbank, still holding on to what time can't take. Blue jean nights and cheap red wine, young hearts burning through summertime. And every star above that stream still shines on those old runaway dreams. Though the years rolled by like pouring rain, part of me stayed by that riverbank. Friday nights at the county dance, slow dancing close beneath neon lights. You'd sing along to Patsy Cline while I held your hand all night. We were too young to know much then, too restless to settle down. I wanted freedom on endless highways, you wanted roots in our hometown. And somewhere between those two dreams, love slipped quietly away, like smoke rising from my father's Marlboros at the end of a long hard day. Rusty Ford by the riverbank still echoes every word you sang. Firefly skies and your soft blue eyes, July heat and county fair nights. And every moon above those trees still hangs where you once leaned on me. Though the river keeps rolling on, my soul still drifts where you've gone. To a banker somewhere down in Tennessee. Probably got a porch with children now and a life better than mine could be. Me, I spent years chasing highways from Oklahoma down to Carolina. But every lonely roadside diner still somehow leads me back in time. And sometimes when the night gets quiet and the whiskey burns just right, I can still hear your laughter echo across those southern summer nights. Some memories never fade away, they just soften with the years, like old country songs on fading vinyl or mama's Sunday prayers. And if I close my eyes long enough, I still see that old Ford glowing dim. Two 20-year-old kids in love, thinking life would never end. Rusty Ford by the riverbank, that old truck still knows our names. Where young hearts race like runaway trains before goodbye and growing pain. And every star above that stream still guards those reckless teenage dreams. No matter where this road may end, my heart stays young by that riverbank. By the riverbank, covered now in dust and rain, but every sunset through those trees brings 1964 again. Too big to hold. I said I'd be somebody before the year was halfway old. I chased a dream to Nashville and I chased it further west. I kept on running, darling, till I'd running out of breath. There's a porch light burning yellow at the end of Maple Lane. My mama leaves it on for me no matter how long I've been gone. She don't ask the questions and she don't deal out the blame. Just a porch light burning yellow says come home, just come home again. I worked the oil fields in East Texas, poured cement in Baton Rouge. I slept in back of Chevrolets and borrowed other people's shoes. I wrote some letters that I never sent. I thought she'd lost her faith. Then I drove past home one November night and saw the light she kept. There's something in a mother's love that a reason can't explain. She'd never need apology, she needed me to stay. I knocked at 2 a.m. She opened without a word, just pulled me to her shoulder like she'd known the night I'd turn. I got her letter on a Thursday in a rooming house in Tulsa. She said she'd waited long enough and she deserved the answer. I folded up the paper and I threw my bag together. That red dirt road to Roseland don't care about the weather. I drove through Oklahoma and through Arkansas at dawn. I watched the sky go peach to gold to blue and carried on. I've been a stubborn, foolish man with miles inside my chest, but Roseland's the only road that ever ran me west. Red dirt road to Roseland, I'm running out of night. The engine's hot, the fuel is low, I'll get there if it's right. She's standing at the garden gate, I know she is, I know. Red dirt road to Roseland, don't let the morning go. I crossed the county line at sunrise with a truck on empty graves. The fog was sitting in the valley like it always does in May. And through the veil of morning smoke I saw her front porch light still burning. Lord, she kept it burning through the night. I didn't have a speech prepared, I didn't have a ring. Had a dirty truck, a tired face, and every broken thing. She walked across the gravel drive and took me by the sleeve. She said, I already forgave you, I just needed you to leave. Red dirt road to Roseland, the best road I have known. It led me back from everything I lost and then back home. Some roads will old Sinclair station just outside our county line, where me and the boys would waste our paychecks every Friday night on time. Polishing chrome on Daddy's Chevrolet, hair slicked back like movie stars, radio playing Buck Owens loud while we leaned against our cars. And you come walking through the parking lot in that white cotton summer dress. Every young man in Jackson County would stop and stare. I must confess, we were barely 20 years old, still believing dreams came free. Small town hearts with nowhere to go except wherever the road might lead. We'd drive out past the railroad tracks to the hill above Miller's farm, sharing warm Coke bottles and cigarettes with your hand wrapped around my arm. The world felt bigger back in those days underneath those southern skies, before life got fast and complicated and love learned how to say goodbye. Saturday nights in '67 felt a little bit like heaven. Neon signs and radio songs back when nights lasted all night long. Blue jean dreams and county fair lights, slow dancing underneath moonlight. And every old song still takes me there, to those young hearts hanging in the summer air. Driving played old western movies while thunder rolled out in the dark. We'd sneak down by the riverbank and carve our names into the bark. You talked about California beaches and singing somewhere on TV. I talk about buying a little house and keeping you here with me. But time moves fast for restless people, and autumn came before we knew. You left town in late September and took my best years along with you. Saturday nights in '67 still feel warmer than this life I'm living. Still guitars and diner lights echo through my mind tonight, and every jukebox melody still sounds like you and me. Saturday nights in '67 still live somewhere inside my head. Funny how memories stay frozen while the years keep rolling on, like old records spinning softly long after the music's gone. And sometimes when the moon hangs low and the highway hums outside, I swear I still see your silhouette riding with me one more night. Saturday nights in '67, where young love felt innocent, taillights glowing cherry red with wild forever in our heads. And though this world kept moving on, part of me never left that song. Saturday nights in '67, that's where my heart still lives again. There's an old Sinclair station rusting slowly out of time, but every summer wind still carries those young dreams back through my mind. The old home place has been empty since the summer mama passed. The windows hold the light of her in every golden blast of afternoon that comes through oak and sycamore and vine. I cannot sell the property, that woman's still inside. I come out here on Sundays when the week has worn me through. I sit inside the kitchen like she'd want me to. The wallpaper she chose in 57 fades to cream, but the pattern of the roses is the pattern of my dream. There's something in the sycamore that calls me by my name. The way the branches hold the wind is never twice the same. And if the dead have places where they linger, love and stay, then something in the sycamore keeps mama not too far away. My daughter says I ought to let the property be sold, that holding on to houses just keeps grief from getting old. But grief is not the enemy I've made it out to be. Grief is just the price of love, and mama gave it free. When the screen door used to slam, she'd call out, "Don't let flies in." And I'd shout back, "Yes, ma'am," and she'd go right back to him. Now I let the screen door slam because the sound of it undone is her voice still in the air long after she is gone. Something in the sycamore, something in the light, something in the Sunday air keeps her in my sight. The honky tonk on Adam Street is sweating in the heat. A three-piece band is playing hard enough to lift your feet. The barman's seen 1,000 faces come and go through that oak door, but he pours every glass like it's the one that matters more. Steel guitar and kerosene, cigarettes and gin, the kind of night that holds you tight and won't let sorrow in. Dance with me beneath these lights before the good times fade. Steel guitar and kerosene, Lord, what a mess we've made. She walked in wearing red like she knew somebody needed saving. She laughed above the fiddle and above the whole world's raving. I bought her one drink, then another. She stayed till closing time, and for one night I forgot everything that wasn't her and mine. Tomorrow is a debt I'll pay with interest and regret, but tonight I'm rich in music and in everything I get. So play it, boys, a little louder, drown the world outside in steel guitar and kerosene till the morning comes to find us.
The last diner on Route 9, the waitress calls me honey. while hatred's calling me honey, like she's known me all my years. She pours my coffee black and strong and never asks me why I'm here. The jukebox plays a haggard song, the neon flickers red and blue. I order apple pie and stare at where you used to sit across from me and you. The last diner on Route 9, where the highway meets the dark, where tired men and broken dreams all rest their weary heart. I keep coming back here, darling, though I swear each time I won't. The last diner on Route 9, I can't leave and you can't come home. There's a trucker in the corner booth who's been through 17 states. He says every road eventually leads somewhere worth the wait. But I've been driving 30 years and all my roads lead back to this. A counter stool, a window seat, and everything I miss. The cook bangs on his copper pans like punctuation in the night. And outside the October rain is washing out the light. I leave $1 tip and stand. I always mean to go, but the door swings open on the cold and I just can't face that road. The last diner on Route 9, the last diner on Route 9, the last diner on Route 9. I can't leave and you can't come home. I shook my daddy's hand one morning at the edge of our yard. He said, the world don't owe you nothing, son, so don't take it too hard. I had 20 years of restlessness and $7 thin. I kissed my mother on the Ford and I drove into the wind. I've seen the Gulf at sunrise and the Rockies draped in white. I've slept on truck stop benches with a diesel in the night. I've loved a girl in Amarillo, lost a brother in a storm. Every road has cost me something, every road has kept me warm. I am the man the road made, shaped by miles and open sky. Every town a stepping stone, every love a long goodbye. My home is in the rear view, always was and always will. I am the man the road made, Lord, it's made me lonesome still. The people in the photographs have aged while I stood still. Or maybe it's the opposite, I aged against my will. I find myself in diners talking to nobody at all, asking that old question of what's beyond the next long haul. There's a boy in every small town standing at the county line, looking at the distance like it's offering something fine. I want to tell him what the distance costs before he goes, but I was him once and I know no warning ever holds. I am the man by morning I can't cross the same again. If I could start in one place and just stay and let roots grow, I might have been a different man, but Lord, I'll never know. Cottonwood beside the Cumberland. You said that wood remembers everything the river's done. The years wore down the letters till the bark grew smooth and plain, but I still run my fingers where your name used to remain. The river remembers what the years have tried to take, the pull of every current and the promises we made. I threw a stone this morning and I watched it disappear. The river remembers, darling, even when I can't, it's clear. Your daddy warned you about me in the language of the land. Said a drifting man don't make a route no matter where he stands. I tried to prove him wrong for years, but rivers tell no lies. The flood came in the fall and washed the last of my alibis. Now I walk the bank at sunset when the herons start to call, and the way the water catches fire reminds me of it all. I trade 10 years of wandering for one more afternoon, sitting at the river's edge with nothing but the moon and you. He opened up the shop in 48 with second-hand chairs, a barber pole he painted red and white with his own careful prayers. The sign said waterproof, underneath it said walk in, and for 37 years this town walked in and out again. He cut the hair of boys before they left for overseas, and welcomed back the ones who came home different by degrees. He never said a word about the ones who didn't make it back. He just worked the scissors slow and keep the conversation tracked. The last barber in Cloverfield is locking up tonight. He's sweeping up the silver years beneath the fading light. He knows each man by the way his cowlick turns against the comb. The last barber in Cloverfield, the last one left at home. He remembered how a father wore his hair before he passed, and cut the sun the very same so something good could last. He knew which men were struggling before the struggling showed. You can tell a man's whole season by the way his shoulders hold. The shopping center opened up a styling salon down the road, with shampoo bowls and magazine racks and music on a load. The speakers hung from ceiling tiles, the young men started going, and Walter kept his shop but felt the cold wind slowly blowing. His wife said, Walter, close the thing, your knees are giving out. He said, Margaret, these men need somewhere real to come and talk about their fathers and their failures and the weather and the game. She said, I know it. That's the very reason that it's such a shame. The last barber in Cloverfield turns over his clothes sign. He runs a hand along the chair like saying a goodbye. Some men build banks and courthouses and bridges over streams. The last barber in Cloverfield built quiet in between. He walks home in the October dark, past the salon with its glow, past the men who never knew his name, or everything they'd let go. The last barber in Cloverfield, Lord, he knew us all. He knew us all. The war was somewhere overseas and we were somewhere young. The radio played Glenn Miller and the summer wasn't done. You wore a yellow cotton dress with buttons at the throat, and I had borrowed Jimmy's coat because I'd sold my own. The Starlight ballroom opened up its windows to the heat, and every couple on that floor was dancing against defeat, against the letters and the drafts and everything to come. We danced like the world wasn't ending, maybe it wasn't for some. Your hair was pinned with something small and silver near your ear. I was 19, terrified and certain you were here for someone better dressed than me, someone with a plan. You took my hand before I asked, that's when I knew I was your man. When we danced at the Starlight in 44, the world was heavy, honey, but we were something more. Your head on my shoulder, my hand on your waist. When we danced at the Starlight, Lord, there was no time to waste. And I have lived 80 years on this good broken earth, but nothing ever matched that night for everything it's worth. I shipped out in October with your photographing sight, my left breast pocket close enough to feel against my side. I took it out in France in mud and cold I can't describe, and looked at you beside the scene just to know I was alive. You wrote me every Tuesday on your mother's writing paper. You said the town was quiet and you'd wait, you'd always wait there. I read those letters till the ink went pale and edges worn, till the words were just the shape of you and nothing I had sworn. We married in the January when I finally came back home. You cried at the courthouse, I cried too. We weren't ashamed to show what war had cost, what waiting cost, what loving through the dark. had carved inside the two of us, two people, one good heart. We built a life on Harper Street with children, noise, and years, with Tuesday suppers, Sunday drives, with laughter and with tears. And every anniversary I'd take your hand and say, do you remember the Starlight, darling? You'd say, how could I forget that day? When we danced at the Starlight in 44, you saved me from the loneliness. I was heading for the trumpet and the August heat, your silver pin, your grace. When we danced at the Starlight, I found my resting place. And I have loved you every year since that one dancing night, when we were young and the world was dark and you were all my light. Now the Starlight's been a furniture store since 61 or 2, and the Glenn Miller record skips on the turntable I knew. Your chair sits by the window where you like the morning sun. Your coffee cup beside it, I can't put away that one. The doctor says my memory will start to thin and fade, but I told him there are certain things no illness ever takes. The yellow dress, the borrowed coat, the trumpet, and your hair. Some things don't live inside the mind, they live in the open air. When we danced at the Starlight in 44, I didn't know that one night could hold so much in store. I didn't know that dancing slow could be the thing that saves a man from every darkness, from the cradle to the grave. The Starlight's gone, the furniture store is something else today. But on a warm August evening, when Glenn Miller finds its way through the radio static and the years and all the rest, I reach for your hand in the kitchen, honey, and you already know what's next. We dance. We always dance. We always dance.
There's a river running quiet through the pine, and an old wood church standing frozen in time. Friday night lights on a field worn thin, where we thought life would never end. Your hand in mine beneath the county fair, bonfire smoke drifting through your hair, and Lynyrd Skinner playing low from a truck parked down the road. Back roads of Tennessee still got a hold on me. Every gravel road still plays at dawn. Even though everybody's gone. Funny how old country songs survive long after people say goodbye. The summer of '62 came in like something planned, like God had drawn the whole thing out with a careful hand. The heat sat on the valley like a quilt of amber gold, and you arrived in Clarksville with a story still untold. You rented Mrs. Patterson's back room on Birchwood Lane. You came from somewhere east of here, you never said the name. I saw you at the drugstore counter reading in the cool, a girl who looked like she belonged somewhere beyond this pool of ordinary days and ordinary men. I ordered a lime soda just to look at you again. The slowest summer of my life was the summer I found you, when the days were long as country roads and everything was new. When a lime soda and a paperback could stop the world entire. The slowest summer of my life, you were everything I desired. I learned your coffee order before I learned your name. Black with just a half a spoon of sugar, every day the same. I'd time my lunch break to the minute just to take that stool 3 seats down from where you always sat. I was nobody's fool, except entirely yours before you'd even look my way. Jimmy said I had it bad. I said, Jimmy, go away. Then one Tuesday in the 3rd week of that burning June, you looked up from your paperback and smiled across the room, and the whole world rearranged itself before the noon. When the ceiling fan was turning slow above your coffee cup, when a smile across the drugstore could rewrite a man's whole story. The slowest summer of my life, Lord, it was something glorious. We walked the river path on Saturdays without a plan. You take your shoes off at the bank, and I just understand that you were someone who lived closer to the ground than most, someone who collected beautiful and ordinary most of all the things that other people walk right past and lose. You stopped for every red bird, and you stopped for morning dews. You stopped for old men telling stories on their porch swing slow. You said a life worth living needs to know when not to go. By July I knew the sound of your particular laugh, the way it started somewhere low before it cut in half, the serious expression that came after, like you were surprised that something in this world could still be that good and that alive. You told me about your mother and the town you'd left behind,
said sometimes a person needs a new place for the mind. I said Clarksville isn't much, you said it's more than you know. You took my hand beside the river and you didn't let it go. August came the way it always does, too fast, too bright, too loud. The summer jobs were ending and the college bound were proud to be leaving for their futures in the universities. And I was just a hardware boy, afraid of your leaving me. I found you on the porch swing of Mrs. Patterson's place. The September air already in the color of your face. I said, I know you came here resting, and I know you'll have to leave. You said, what if I found the thing I came to find? Would you believe that some detours turn into the road itself in the end, and some strangers that you meet become something you defend? With every year you've got the slowest summer. Life became the rest of my life when the girl at the drugstore counter agreed to be my wife. When the lime soda and the paperback led somewhere I didn't see. The slowest summer of my life, it never left me free of you. Thank God of you. The drugstore's been a pharmacy since '68 or so. The stools are gone, the counter's gone, the ceiling fan is gone. But on a slow July afternoon when the heat sits on the town, I still walk past that window, darling, and I still slow down. I always slow down.
I remember how you trembled at the altar in the cold. March of '62, Lord, we were barely old enough to know what we were doing, standing in that church. Your daddy shook my hand so hard I thought my fingers burst. You wore your mama's dress, let out along the seam, with a ribbon at the waist that matched your eyes, it seemed. We moved into the Hargrove place on Miller Road that spring. 2 rooms, a leaking kitchen pipe and everything. We didn't have a stick of furniture that we could call our own, but you hung yellow curtains up and baby we had home. You'd make a Sunday chicken last the whole damn week right through. I'd come in from the fields at dark and you'd already know. 30 years and still your man, still learning how you think, still reaching for your hand across the kitchen sink, still watching how you move about a room like something rare. 30 years and still your man, still grateful you are there. Lord, I'm still your man. We buried little Thomas in the winter of '45, and I did not know how 2 people could come out the other side of something cold as that and still find morning in the house. But you got up and made the coffee, Lord, still your man. I have not been a perfect man, you never asked for that. I've been too proud in argument and too slow to take things back. But every night these 30 years I've reached across the sheet and found you there beside me. Lord, that's grace I don't deserve to keep. Some nights we sit out on the porch without a word between, and I look at you at 60 in that late October gleam, and I see the girl who trembled at the altar in the cold, and I see a woman made of something richer than pure gold. 30 years and still your man, still caught by how you smile, still willing to drive any road for you another mile, still learning all your silences and what each one contains. 30 years and still your man, and 30 more remains. Lord, let 30 more remain. The yellow curtains on the glass, the jonquil in the yard, the grief we passed. 30 years, and if God grants me 30 more, I'll spend them all the same. Reaching for you in the dark and whispering your name.
If these songs touched your heart, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Because here, the true spirit of country music never fades away.